What do, everybody? It's your boy Johnny B. We on JBTV. Got a very special guest in the building, man. Got a mentor. You know what I'm saying? We got a trainer, coach, former player in the mill, man. If you know, you know. We got my boy Thomas Shumpert in the building, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up with it, man? So, man, appreciate it. Appreciate for to come in, just speak what I got to say. So I appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm glad to have you in. Heard a lot about you. Before we get into your story, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We got a lot going on. It's March Madness right now. The NBA, they about to go into their playoffs. Okay. So what you tuning into right now, mostly? Man,
to be honest, man, I'm more tuned into the NBA right now. That's crazy because it's March Madness, but I don't know. I'm more tuned in with the NBA. I'm just getting ready for the playoffs, really. But March Madness, I had Kentucky winning it, so they just got popped off the other night. So I ain't really been following it since then, to be honest with you. So I don't even know who's still in it.
I'll feel you on that. Growing up, I was more of a college fan, but it's down in Central now, so I sort of fell off on college.
Exactly. No, I love college, but for some reason I've been watching more NBA lately. So. Yeah.
So who you checking out? Who your favorite player to watch right now on any level? But who you checking out? Luka. Okay.
Luka, man. Luka's so cold. Like Luka. I like KD, but Luka. I think Luka next one up.
Most definitely, he is different.
Yeah, he's different. He's super different. You know, so
you got a finals pick right now, or you just going with the flow?
Going with the flow, man. I just want to watch good basketball. That's all. So you get that with March Madness. So I can't knock that, but so lately I've just been watching a lot of NBA though. Mm-hmm. So that's a little deal.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll be tapped into the NBA more heavy, but like you said, it do be this the most competitive time right now with March Madness. It always is. That's sort of where I tune in. But I used to be heavy on college, but things done changed. So so let's get into your story a little bit. You from Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
Yeah, man. I'm born and raised in Milwaukee. From the trenches, really. From Parkline, grew up in Parkline projects.
Okay.
So yeah, man. I was living in Parkline before they built the YMCA. Mm-hmm. So I was literally, I watched them actually build the Parkline YMCA. So I was right across the street from it. So all the years when they was building, I was right across the street from it. So man, I used to go play over there where they was building and everything. So growing up, man, it was smooth. We back then we played on carts and everything. Mm-hmm. So it was in the trenches. So but it was cool though. Yep. But yeah, I grew up in Parkline.
It's crazy. I didn't know that you grew up in Parkline. My mom, she worked at the Central City Cyber School up in there. Connected to the Y. So that's how I sort of got tuned into. You know what I'm saying? Parkline. We got it in. I used to go up to that Y.
Yeah.
A lot of real sessions, a lot of real hoopers over there in Parkline. So man, shout out Parkline.
I was out in Parkline for a while. I want to say, man, I had a lot of basketball stuff. I started hooping when I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
And I think I was Parkline. They built the gym when I was 9 or 10. Mm-hmm. It was around there, but yeah, man, I used to live in that gym when they built it. I was in that gym literally every day, hooping. I would watch some of the older guys play. So I was in there all day, every day. After school hours, go hoop. So, yeah, shout out to Parkline, man. For real. A lot of people don't know that. But, if you know me, you know me. You know me from, Parkline. So, that's where I started at. No bull,
Yeah, Parkline. I got to shout out Parkline. They hoop scene is real. They got some real killers in Parkline.
Real. And, growing up in, the trenches like that, you got to be tough, everything. Yeah. So it's man, it was taught me a lot growing up in Parkline, but it was smooth though.
That's why I want to know, what's some of the obstacles, off the court, just, growing up in Parkline for, people outside the city. It's just Parkline a little bit, how it was.
You see everything, bro. You see at a young age, you see the drugs, everything. You see fights, you see, what I'm saying, guns, all type of stuff, but, I always had basketball, to keep me away from that. Plus my mom too, so it was cool. But yeah, Parkline was different though. I ain't gonna lie, it was different, but it was smooth though.
Okay. What would you say was your first experience in organized basketball? When you started?
Man, I want to say when I was 6. I was 6. One of my friends growing up, his pops put us in a league, and that was the first time around like 6. So then after that, that's when we went from that. Then when I was in Parkline, so about 6, about 6. It was organized, but we was still doubling, traveling, and stuff like that. But I would say around 6.
Who would you say, like, in elementary school and just growing up towards middle school, who would you say you modeled your game around? Was it like an NBA player or somebody you grew up with? Was it somebody that who was your first experience? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. Man, when I was young, I watched a lot of basketball. I was just like an athlete, though. I watched a lot of basketball and football, but probably like Kobe, Michael Jordan, all of them. But I just watched a lot of basketball, so I was just a fan of the sport.
Okay.
But nobody particular though. But even growing up in the parking lot, some of the old heads, I used to literally go there because they used to hoop on Sundays. Like the older guys, I just go there and just watch them hoop. So I've been around basketball for years now. So yeah. Okay,
so what would you say, so going into middle school, basketball sort of get real serious around that time. It's fun, but it's starting to get real competitive. What middle school did you go to?
So let's go back. So like elementary. So see, I haven't been through all life.
Let's go to elementary school.
So I went to a few elementary schools. I want to say Congress. Don't judge me. I went to Congress. I went to Hampton. I went to Bruce. But I think it all started when I was at Congress. Just hooping, and I'm always, like I said, I've been hooping since I was 6, so I'm more advanced than a normal 9, 10-year-old. So
definitely.
In gym class, I'm killing everybody. So I was just kept it going. So I think I was at Congress or Bruce one year. I played on the middle school team. I was the guy. I was always the guy on the middle school team. So then I started playing AAU at a young age.
Okay.
And I was traveling. We played. It was called BTA, Friends of Hoops. You probably know some of these guys that was on the team. Jerry Smith.
Most definitely.
James Pewitt.
He went to King, right?
Yeah. Troy Cotton. Eric O'Neal. We had a squad. This was
that's a stacked roster.
Yeah, it's like 4th, 5th grade. We was traveling and playing AAU ball. So yeah, that's where we started at.
I'm glad you named a couple because I was gonna ask you who did you grow up competitive wise that what I'm saying competition that you faced.
I played a lot of basketball growing up, man, and I kind of always played up too. So I can name players from all over, man. But it was always competing with with players around the city because growing up everybody hoop. Now I got social media, so back then we ain't had social media, so everybody was just hooping.
Yeah,
it was hooping. All the parks, all the leagues like Summer Stars, Warren, Blacktop. I played in all that, man. So and you had to hold your own playing at Lincoln Park. So yeah.
And especially your era, especially in the city, you know what I'm saying? That's a real golden era, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
Because you was in high school from 02 to 06, right?
Yeah.
So that's a real golden era of hoops, you know what I'm saying? So like you said, just you know what I'm saying, the parks and all those battles. How was those battles and stuff? Warren and all that?
Battles. Like I said, because growing up, we didn't have no social media, so it was just about going to the parks, hooping. And, I had a name from hooping at a young age, and I got that name from balling at Parkline. So by the time I hit 5th or 6th grade, my name already buzzing around the city. So everywhere I go, it was a battle. But it was I can name a lot of players, but it was always been battles, always.
And I heard you mention DTA. Did that start with y'all? Did DTA start with y'all?
Yeah, so it used to be called Friends of Hoops.
Okay.
Friends of Hoops, and we literally used to practice at the Bucks practice facility back in the day. It used to call Friends of Hoops. Then they changed it to DTA.
Yeah, up at the Cousin Center.
Yeah, the way,
I remember that.
Troy,
okay.
Troy Cotton Dad used to kind of coach the program.
That's beastie.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So all right, you building your name.
Yeah.
All through high school, elementary school, been making your name. What made your decision to go in the South Division?
Man, so that's kind of rewinding it back a little bit. So I went for middle school, I went to John Muir.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that.
I went to Bruce from 4th to 6th, and John Muir from 7th to 8th grade. So, 7th, 8th grade, we had one of the best middle school teams. I ain't lose a game in basketball in middle school.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, I think me and Troy was on the same team. Me and Troy Cotton, and a couple other guys, but I ain't lose a game in middle school when it comes to basketball. So it's like, man, like I said, I had coaches all over, but yeah, when it comes to like middle school basketball, like, we didn't lose a game. All our games was like high school games, like Super Pack. We played at King, we played at Tech, cause like we was balling. So then around that time, I was playing AAU basketball, and when I was playing AAU basketball, the coach from South Division at the time, he was new to the program. And hold on, let me take that back. So I was going to go to Custer, what's known as Obama now, right? Yep. So my older cousin Keelan Tyler, he was at Custer at the time, and Mark Mitchell was the coach. Okay. So I'm 7th, 8th grade. I'm working out with high schools. Yep. I ain't working out with middle school players. I'm working out with high schools. I'm getting ready for high school ball. This is 7th, 8th grade, so like I'm already kind of like advanced. So it's like, before school started, I was already enrolled at Obama. Okay. I mean at Custer. Yeah, at Custer. So they was. Mark, he was telling me that I was gonna play varsity. I was gonna play varsity, but I was gonna be back up to Tyson Kingsby. And so I'm like, cool. But like, I was like growing up, I was super confident though. Like to this day, like I'm always feel like I'm the best player in the room. Like I probably don't, but that's just me. That's my swag. So I was like, so I'm like, all right, cool. I was cool with that, but literally probably like it was a Friday, it was like a Thursday, school started that Monday. My coach from South Division, he seen our AU program. He's like, man, y'all come over here, started do this. I'm like, all right. So it's between Custer and South. I'm like, man, if I go to South, I can start my own thing. If I go to Custer, I'd be back up to somebody. So I chose South, and that was probably like the best decision in my life, yo. Like, yep. So I chose South Division, man, over Custer. And it was crazy. My freshman year, they went upstate that year too with J-Line and them. Oh, okay, they did. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but yeah.
That's beastie. All right, so before we get into you at South, like you said, you was doing your thing in middle school. You was undefeated and stuff like that. How it is now, like the recognition, we're gonna get a little bit into a little bit more later, but just with the internet feel and stuff like that, do you even think, going in high school, you think you even would have went to a regular high school, or you think you could have went like prep, just with, if you was in this kind of environment, how it is
probably
now?
Man, like probably prep, because like in middle school, man, I ain't trying to sound cocky. I was nice. I was super nice. Especially, I was more advanced than a lot of players too. Because, like I said, I started when I was like 6. So like the skill level was already like I'm already super above a lot of players. But like if that was the case, back then I really would have.
Yeah, we gonna get into that later on, like, you know what I'm saying, compare the two, but I most definitely want to get your view on that. All right, so you going in the South. You starting in as a freshman. What's the excitement like that for you? And what's your mindset going in? And do you feel some pressure? You young, 14. Is there any pressure? You just fully confident?
So like I said, I always had confidence. Like always had confidence. But like my freshman year in high school, like I started varsity too. Yep. So I think the first game, man, I think it was Milwaukee. And it was like, man, like, oh shit, like this is high school. Like the game is a lot quicker, players more strong, physical. So like, damn, I'm like, oh man, this is. I was low key like surprised how like you really got to put that work in to like be productive on a high school level. So it was like that. My freshman year was like, okay, it was a lesson learned, so it was cool. But after that, it took me a few games to really get going. Because I was so like used to like the middle school type of game play, but high school back then it was quicker, players way better. So it was like I had to adjust. But it took me a while now. But thankful for my coach as a freshman. He just let me play through my mistakes too. So I think my freshman year I averaged probably like 9, 10.
Oh, that's good. That's
good. A freshman, yeah. So then so it was a big adjustment though. But
so as a freshman and like for the youth out there that's talented enough to play on varsity. Yeah. What was your mindset going into next summer? Like you got a year in on varsity. So what's the mindset now?
So I was kind of like, all right, okay, I got it now. I got it. So now I'm working on stuff that get me ready for my sophomore year. But then it's my experience. That's really was it. My experience, I knew what was coming. Because I ain't know in high school, they picking you up full court, they turning you, trapping you. I wasn't used to all that. Because like I said, in middle school, we blowing out everybody, doing this and that. So it's a different ball game. But I just think that experience got me ready for my sophomore year. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So going in, like your sophomore year, senior year, how's your time at?
So like now, sophomore we can go by grade. So sophomore now I'm rolling now. Okay. I'm rolling like I said, but back then talent in the city was crazy. Yeah, like every school was deep. Like I'm talking about 2 or 3 players deep. And me going against like top guards every game was like, oh man. So like my freshman year I wasn't like ready for that, prepared for that. But my sophomore year I did pretty good. I think I went from like 9 to like 14.
Yeah, that's real big.
Yeah, so as a sophomore, so it was definitely.
Who was some of the players? Because you're going up against seniors, juniors at the time. So like, who was some of the players at the time that like you saying you sort of not looked up to, but you had to get up and get ready for, especially as a young guard.
Man, so my freshman year, right?
Freshman year, sophomore year, all that. Like just when you was younger, going up against older competition.
So like Dupree Fletcher, Mike Taylor, G. O'Reilly, B. Lee from Bayview, it was a lot of guards in the city that was tough. Jason Price from Washington. Okay. Like I said, Draylon Burns, Tyson Kingsby, like these are the type of players I'm going against like every night. Yeah. So even though back then like every school was loaded. Yeah. It was loaded. So it was like especially my freshman year, man, that was like crazy.
No, you're right because I grew up. I went to Whitefish Bay for middle school, but I ended up going to Riverside. I transferred into Riverside. I wanted to go there.
Riverside, Lindsey Crawford, like Ricky Franklin, all of them. Like man, so
and Ricky Franklin, that was your grade, right?
No, he was 05.
He was 05. Oh yeah, he was 06.
So I ain't really
That's like Freddie Woods and.
Yeah, Freddie was 06. But like Lindsey Crawford from Riverside, like, he was tough too. Lefty. So it was lit too though, but it was competition. You had to be ready though.
Do you got any memorable moments about, what I'm saying, in high school that you'll always remember? That just stick out to you?
And like my whole high school career?
I'll say more just freshman and sophomore year. Because we don't get into your junior and senior year.
Man, I remember playing against Dupree. My freshman year? Freshman? Yeah, the freshman. So our coach was like, man, we going against Fletcher. He was good, but so I'm thinking like I said before, I knew Dupree, but like I didn't know he was like cold like this. So we at King, we playing at King. Scouting report like he was shooter, this and that. Man, I think he had like 4 points in the first half. Man, second half he hit probably like 7 threes. like it was like Fletcher for three. I'm like, damn. Like I think that was one of the moments. Like shit. Like okay. Yeah. Even like when we played Custer, when Tyson hit me for like 6 threes in the third quarter. So it was like. Yeah, it was them type of moments right there. It's like, oh shit, this is real.
Hey, it's serious and like especially going through those moments in PSU was really in the fire with the real gritters, like you said, the pre-Fletcher. That ain't no joke. With the especially that King team back in the day, like they was nationally ranked.
And we was like I said, we was like young too.
Yeah.
So we was at South. We had nothing but freshmen and like damn near like a couple seniors. So we all was like just throw it in the fire. Like, this hey man, you gotta figure that shit out. So yeah.
And two, we gonna get to your training, but I would like to ask you, like, compared to what you went through and like the kids now, where do you feel like is the difference, like the competitive level?
Like back then we hooped a lot. Like these kids they don't really hoop that much now. I'm talking about hoop, like we'd be out from like 9 to 9 at night, just go from park to park. Nowadays kids they don't hoop that much, but we'll get on that on the training part because we could go to the park 3 hours, go to the Y 3 hours, go back to the park. Nowadays, these kids will hoop for an hour or two and go home and do something else. But we just play a bit more back in the day, though.
Most definitely. It was you did play all day. You had to play all day. I feel like just to even stay above the water for real.
For real.
All right, going into your junior year, you picking up steam. How that's going for you? How did your
so by junior year, I'm really lit now. I'm lit. So I'm balling. We play now. It's cool. Like so when I first got there, people was like South Division. Like man, why you go to South?
I mean, yeah, that's different.
So then I was like okay, but then sophomore year we start kind of like popping people. Then my junior year, right? So we started off okay, but then we popped King.
That's big.
We popped King, and that kind of they had the whole city like, oh shit, like hold up now, like, and that was a big win for us in the program. So by then, like individually, I'm already like, okay, he's good, this and that. But like as a team, we was like, okay, they real now, they real. So that was good. That was good.
So around your junior year, you felt you real confident in your game, you doing your thing. Are you getting what's the recruiting process? Or are you getting
so back
it's tough. It ain't
man. That shit was tough. Like you had to be like. You had to just be like cold. Like
you almost had to be the best in the city just
damn
to be
near.
Division
Like
I.
you had to be like good. And I think, man, it was like so I ain't really started thinking about college till my senior year. Like I played AAU ball all through high school too, but like I ain't really started thinking about it till my senior year in high school. So but no, you had to be good as shit to go D1 back in the day.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think
just get looked that period. You got
I think junior, like nobody ain't really like was signing early back in the day like that. Like nobody. So it was like I can't even think of one person who was signing early like that.
And all through high school, did you stay with the same AAU program? Or
yeah, so let's go back a little bit. When I was so I started off with DTA. That was from like a couple years, but then when I was in when I went to John Muir Middle School, one of my friends, his dad started a program called the Titans. So he had that program from like 7th grade all the way till we graduated from high school, and it was like we traveled a lot. It wasn't like a big program, but like we traveled a lot. We played against a good competition, So yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Would you say you like more as far as the AAU program or as compared to school programs and stuff like that? What do you? I wouldn't say. What do you feel like is better for the youth? You know what I'm saying? I know you might enjoy AAU more, but yeah, to this day, because it still somewhat grew up the same AAU, somewhat being like a little bit more freestyle. So, but sometimes it get a bad rap too. So how do you feel about that all together? You know what I'm saying?
So like now, this might take, cause like I said, I'm a trainer first, but I'm also a coach. So like, I feel like if you're a top player, right? If you're a top player, go to a high school where you can kind of like get off. But 9 times out of 10, if you're the top player in your city, you will always be on the top AAU program. So why won't you just go somewhere? You get off, and then because you need that high school footage for college recruiting. So then when you play for your powerful like your high major AAU program, it kind of like makes sense now. Like okay, if I'm getting off in high school now, I got this. So now it's like what's your high school stats looking like? So I feel like Both. Like, you know, just go to, I ain't gonna say go to like a knockoff high school or whatever, but go somewhere where you go dominate. Like, you go be the guy, and then when you play at you link up with 2 or 3 other good players, you know, and that kind of look better on your resume. That's how I look at it.
So, would I say you're not a big fan of like just like all the top going to prep schools and stuff like that? Because me personally, my opinion, I don't like seeing a super team teamed up and you're only 15, 16 years old. Like you said, you still gotta learn to be you gotta confident and have that dog in you. So.
Yeah, you gotta learn. I feel like you gotta learn how to be the guy first.
Yeah.
You learn how to be the guy first. Then after that, then you kind of like, you know, go link up with other players, but. Learn how to be that guy before you do that. That's how I look at it. That's when I, you know, started training my son. We'll get on it later. But, hey, learn how to be the guy. Like, and you know, sometimes you might play with 2 or 3 other guys who not really as good, but you know, that's just making you better. So then when you play with against 2 or 3 other good guys, that's make your job even easier. That's how I look at it.
Most definitely. And we're gonna get your story. I be having to pick your mind on that too. So I know we're going back and forth. So, all right, senior year now, you know what I'm saying? You're going into your senior year. Tell me a little bit how your senior year was, you know what I'm saying? Junior year, how did y'all, you know, finish off as a team?
We did good. We did good. I know, now I'm thinking about it, man, I ain't old, but I'm thinking about it. I know we lost to Bayview. Okay. We lost to Bayview first round.
Is that like Kern? Who on that team? Is Dwight on that team by now?
Yeah. That was my junior. That was my junior year.
Okay.
Damn, what's that? What was my sophomore? Man, it was it's been a minute. But I know we had a solid junior year, and I was one of the top players in the state. Actually, I just posted that on my Facebook too. Some like 30 some. So yeah, I had a real good junior year too. So it was like, So just, and I think we won more games in my sophomore year.
Okay. So going into senior year now, like you said, junior through freshman year, it's really hard to like think about like a recruiting process and all that. So senior year, what's your mindset like? You know, taking over senior year and what you want to do?
So like forward? Now, you know, when you're a freshman, you got a lot of guards or a lot of players looking up to you. Yeah. So I was looking up to a lot of players as a freshman. So now I'm a senior. So now everybody kind of looking up to me. They know I'm the top guard in the city conference. So now it's like really every game is even better. But I had that confidence. I'm really like the best guard in the city right now. So it's like we had a real good year. We had a real good year, man. We lost the game to go upstate. We had lost the game to go upstate. My senior year.
Who y'all lose to?
Bayview on the half-court shot.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one.
That's my close friend, too. So, man, we, so my senior year, we beat Oak Creek. No, we beat Washington. We beat Oak Creek. Then we lost to Bayview. Because whoever won that game played King the next game. So, I had a real good season. I think I was probably my senior year. I was like 17, 18. Yep. Like 8 assists. So I was always like solid. But yeah, man, we playoff time. We on the road. Like I said, we beat Washington, beat Oak Creek. That was a big win for the program. Then we go to play Bayview at South Milwaukee, man. We up 2 with 2 seconds left. Dwight hit a half-court shot to beat us.
Oh man,
you know that's my guy. Man, I was salty for like good month. Then the next game, because the winner of that game played King the next day, and they get blew out by King, man.
Oh yeah. And what's that? 06?
Yeah, that was 06. Yeah, okay. That was 06. But piggyback my junior year, dog, when we beat King, that was the talk of the city right there. Yeah. But I ain't trying to keep going back and forth. But my senior year, man, we ended up losing. We lost to Bayview on a half-court shot. It was crazy, man. Like, the game was so packed. Man, he hit the shot, and literally, I'm just looking at the ball, hit the backboard, went right in. The crowd flooded the whole court. It was crazy, man. And like I said, that was like my guy. We still best friends now. Yeah. you know, after that, man, we all went out. After that, I'm like, man, I was salty for like couple months, man.
That was beast.
Yeah.
And too, all right, so before we move a little bit forward, like you said, you did your thing 17 and 8. That's a real floor general. Yeah. How do you feel? What's your opinion on how guards is played now? Because back then, like you said, it was real position. You had to play your position, you know what I'm saying? You really couldn't go too much outside of, you know what I'm saying? So a floor general.
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit about that.
So coming into high school, like I was like more of a scoring guard, even like my years in middle school. So my high school coach, he was a point guard in college, but he was more like a floor general point guard, and he kind of like shifted my game a little bit. Okay. He like, man, like. And I thought, like I said before, I thought coming in and scoring on high school level was sweet because I was getting buckets in middle school. But he like, man, you ain't gonna be able to score how you score in middle school. So you gotta be able to get your teams involved, stuff like that. So my sophomore year, that clicked to me, like it clicked. So now I went from probably my freshman year averaging like 9 and like 2 assists. For my sophomore year, I'm averaging like 14, 15, 8 assists because I'm a floor general now. So I know how to, so during this time, I'm learning how to score, get my other players better, know when to take over the game, little stuff like that. And I think shout out to my high school coach because he kind of like taught me to always be like a scoring guard also, but you also got to get your teammates involved.
Do you feel like that's sort of missing in the game right now?
I think it's kind of like, you know, it's cool.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, because like for one, you gotta as a guard, you gotta be able to score. You gotta be able to make like wide open shots. You gotta be able to shoot off the dribble. So I had that, but like I thought that was it. That's all you needed to like go on the next level. But no, he taught me like, no, you gotta be able to get your teammates involved, get your shooters, touches, this and that. So
okay, yeah. So all right, you had your senior year, you know, you did your thing. Yeah. What's the recruiting process like?
So it's still kind of like I mean, like JUCOs, it's kind of like all right, shaky. I think I had like a couple, like mind you, like I said, to go to D1 back in man, you had to be nice.
And
like,
we gotta
get into be like really nice or like connections or what, but you had to be nice. So I think I had a few like D2s and D3s, whatever. But so one of my mentors at the time, this was after the season, he was like, man, it's like a little exposure camp in Chicago. You should go to, because I took the test and I found out I had to go junior college. Okay. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got my mind set up. I got to go junior college. So boom. So I'm trying to just figure out, which I think I had a few junior colleges reaching out, but I ain't which one I wanted. So one of my mentors at the time, he took me and my teammate, my big man, Steve White, he took us to Chicago. And like this is my first time in the Chi. Well, no, it ain't my first time in this, but this is my first time like going on college on the college exposure camp or whatever. So man, we get down there. It was I know this like it happened yesterday. We get down there Saturday, right? Like mind you, I always had confidence. I always felt like I was the best player in the gym. So that's just me in general. So we get down there. I'm telling you, when I tore it down. Like we only played like 3 games. We played 3 games and we left because it was supposed to be Saturday and Sunday. We played 3 games. I'm talking about it was so lit. Like man, I love Chicago environment. Yeah. So when I had every JUCO in that the Chicago area reaching out because my mentor. He was my neighbor too, so he was like a daddy, like a pops, pops to me. So he kind of like helped me with my recruitment stuff like that, and him and my high school coach. But when I tell you, after we left Saturday, like his phone was blowing up. So I was like, all right, cool. So we jotting down like which ones. So we picked between Kankakee and Kennedy King. Now. If you're familiar with the Chicago area, like them the 2 top junior colleges in Chicago. Yeah. So yeah, man. So it got to that point. So I was like, all right, I gotta pick. I gotta pick one. So we took a visit. We took a visit down to Kennedy King, And I get down there during the time they got pro-am going on. When I tell you, it's like lit. You been in Chicago before?
Yeah.
Man, you been to like in the hood of Chicago, so like.
A few times, nothing major.
In the trenches, like we was on you know, Kenny King back then was on Parnell, 69th and Parnell.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I already know
that's like shit. That's like it's like Washington.
Okay,
yeah. So I get down there, man. They put me in the pro-am. I'm getting off, and it's all pros. It's pros, pros and high major college players. I think I just graduated from high school too, so I'm young. I'm the youngest on the court, like getting off. So they're like, man, we want you we want you to sign to Kenny King like ASAP. I was like, I don't know. I still gotta visit Kankakee.
Yeah.
So, but they was on me, man. That after the program game, we went out. They had me lit, like they showed me like love there.
They weren't trying to let you leave without that.
So me and like I said, my mentor, we was like, man, we go take a visit to Kankakee too. So I think the following week we took a visit to Kankakee. He was like, he want me too, boom, boom. But he was kind of like rushing me. Like, you got to sign by tomorrow. I'm like, so then I just end up picking Kenny King, man.
Yeah. They gave you a better vibe, sort of.
Yeah. So and that's how my college career started, man.
Okay.
At Kenny King.
All right, so you going in out, you going to Chicago now, so that ain't too far from home.
Yeah, nope.
So it wasn't really a major adjustment you had to make.
Man, hell yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your first year.
So, man, just growing up, like I'm a mama's boy, bro. So it's like I was always used to just being around my mom's. So it was tough. It was tough because this was my first time away from the home, like. You know, months. I know it's Chicago, but like it's still like.
Nah, and you still a kid. 18,
yeah, I'm still 18. So it's like, all right, boom. I'm like, boom. So then, like, I went from working out. Then the college workouts was a little harder. Mind you, this is junior college, but this shit still is hard. Like, we worked hard at South, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
So I'm adjusting. They calling. They like, man, Shump, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm calling home. Mama, I want to come home. This and that. I'm missing home. Like, this shit's too hard. But I got through it though. But so it was definitely I had to adjust to it, like I said before, because it was like the tempo of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it took me like a good month, and then we didn't have dorms.
Oh, okay.
We had like an apartment. We had like a real apartment, so it was like.
So they had all the players in one apartment.
Yeah. So it was we was all in an apartment, but so it was about just adjusting, especially being on your own too. Like, you used to your mama waking up in the morning, you gotta get to school like this. Ain't with none of that, bro. It's like, I gotta get up, gotta do this, gotta. Like I said, man, I'm a mama's boy, so my mama, she cooking and washing my clothes and this and that. So now I gotta do all this. So I was like, man, what? So that was the big adjustment. So, but after a couple months, and then I started coming home every weekend too. Cause like I said, ain't that far. But so then, cause I got down there in August. So like I said, it took me a while to get going, but then the season started. Boom. Season. I'm starting as a freshman now.
Yeah, out the gate.
Out the gate. Cause like I said, the coach was rocking with me. Rest in peace, Coach Gildy too, man. He passed away years ago, but old school cat. He was rocking with me. So now, Kenny King, you got like a top notch schedule.
Yeah.
So man, like I said, we went 13-1.
Okay.
First semester, 13-1. We ranked like top 5 in the country as for junior colleges. I'm averaging like 14, bro. Like I'm averaging like 14 and like 5 as a freshman.
That's
yeah. So that was the first half of that.
And especially too, majority of that is like Division I competition.
Yeah,
and there's people that just, what I'm saying, those real gritters. I heard about those JUCO days. It's tough.
Probably the best and the hardest competition I played against. Cause I hear
that a lot.
Chicago, niggas crazy, bro, but they get to it. They get to it. So all like the battles, like I used to go hoop at the YMCA out there. Yeah. The parks, that shit just made me tougher too though. But yeah, man, I was down there first semester, dog, getting off. Yeah. I was getting off, dog, and yeah. So, but like I said, I was getting off, but like the environment was kind of tough. Like moms, like we had like I was on scholarship. But we also had like an apartment, so we had bills and shit too. So it's like you still had to like I had the scholarship, but you still had to pay for like your house and stuff like that because they didn't have dorms. So it was a little tough on that part, but on the basketball side, everything was smooth. Like we traveling, this and that. But like on the other side, it's like, man, like moms can't keep sending me money. I need food, like, and then the school like was in the trenches. Yeah. But like it was like a good basketball school, but like it wasn't like a good like school when it comes to like making sure you good with everything. And that was like one of the like. Yeah, that's what I ain't like about it, but...
And that's one thing I want to ask you, like, is with your experience in that, because most JUCOs, they be, like, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Your JUCO, you know what I'm saying, you in the city, so, like, what was some of the, like, I know it was major adjustments you had to do just off the court. Like you said, you had to... Did you end up having to, like, pick up a job while you was hooping, too? I know that's tough.
I had story for days. No, it ain't never get to... Because, like I said, I had support, but it was like, I know it was hard on my mom too, because like, I'm over here, she got to send me money, this and that, but I had support though, so, but it was still rough though, it was still hard, but like just living in Chicago, man, being an athlete, like, you know what I'm saying, it's just, and you in the city, you got to worry about this, it was a lot, and like our apartment was like right in the hood, so it's like, man, so just being in that type of environment just made me 10 times tougher though too, because like if you live in Chicago, bro, you can live anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
And like I said,
and too, you coming from Milwaukee, I know. Like,
coming from Milwaukee, like when I grew up, we was in Parkline, but eventually we kind of moved to like a better neighborhood, so it's like it was like a big adjustment, but like in the shop, man, like. Man, I just seen people get robbed, get beat up, all type get shot at. Like, man, like, but I made the best out of it. But yeah, Chicago, that's my city though, man. I love Chicago. So yeah, so then the second half of the season, man. So our coach, he was like real big on his sophomores, and so I literally
because they basically like seniors.
Yeah, so like. And mind you, we went 13-1. We went 13-1. I was like the main guard. So then he brought in two like sophomore guards, and it kind of like my time started kind of like shifting a little bit. I'm like, man, we winning this and that. Like so, that was the thing with the second half of the season. I think I still ended up averaging probably like 10, and that's still good as a freshman. So and then we end up losing the game to go to the Nationals. Yep. So
okay, that's big time.
And then so after my freshman year, I'm like, man, I wanted to go back so bad, but I just couldn't. It was just too much on my mom. So it was like, I ain't go back. So I ended up going to this other JUCO called Cochise Community College out there in Arizona.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask you about that.
Out there in Arizona. So me and my one of my best friends from South, we went out there together. And that was like a different, because now I went from going from Chicago to Arizona. Yeah. And like you said, you go to them schools, you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. We in the middle of nowhere in Arizona now. So like, we right by the border, like Mexico. Okay. So, man, we out there, man.
Oh, that's a whole different experience.
Man, it literally, it's the school, Target, or Walmart, then Mexico. Like, everything else was like, man, just to piggyback off the Chicago, so when I left Chicago, man, I think I had Texas Tech, I had Loyola looking at me, I had Green Bay, and it was like five schools. But the coach at the time, he had like connections with that too. So when I left, it was kind of like, it was like, yeah. So there, like I said, I went to Arizona, and then it was cool though. But that Chicago competition was way better. Yeah. So I did pretty good in Arizona too. Probably average, I think I was like 13, 14, but we was loaded. Yeah. We was loaded. We had an All-American on the team at the time. And I spent my sophomore year in Arizona. And like I said, that was a different, environment change for me too. Like we out there, dog, just ain't shit else to do but in the gym, lunch and party in Mexico. Yeah. That's all we did, dog. But it was cool, though. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I hear that with JUCO, especially them athletes. You know what I'm saying? You sort of be in the middle of nowhere. You might not get to have that full like party college experience at the time. It's really grind mode in JUCO.
No bullshit. But it was definitely valid, man. It was.
Do you wish you would have did another year in Chicago, or you was satisfied with it?
To this day, like I know I still got close friends out there in the shop. I like, man, I should have just stayed. Like to this day, I think about that. Like, man, I should have just stayed and stuck it out. But like, I was so I don't know. I was just like, man, because it was like the environment. It was like basketball wise, everything was good, but other than that, it was just like it was too much. And like it was just too much going on around there. Mama was kind of like worried, like she had to send me money just to do this, do that. It was just so in Arizona, everything had everything paid for, housing, had 3 meals a day. But like the competition wasn't like Chicago. That was the thing, but it was still solid. But Chicago competition, it was like, man, it was.
No, that's a decision for you. That's you know what I'm saying. Young age, you got to make a grown man decision.
Yeah, so like I said, and like I was growing up, man. My mom, when it comes to like basketball and stuff, I was a good kid. She always kind of let me like pick and choose, like make my own decisions. Like it's different now. So it's like when I made the decision to go to South, when I made the decision to go to like Kennedy King, so like she was like, you want to do this? I was like, yeah. So like she was just cool with it, and like it was better for her too. So
we going back a little bit. Was you the only child growing up?
No, so nope. I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest on my mama's side. Okay. It was just me and my older brother, and I'm the oldest on my dad's side. Yeah. So growing up, my oldest brother, he was with his dad a lot. So it was really just be like me and my mom. Yep. And and then it was me and my mom's, and my pops. He had a lot going on at the time, so it was really just me and my mom. So that's why I say I'm my mama's boy, bro. So it's like,
no, I know how that is.
Damn, they stuck to her hip from being a baby. So
most definitely. Okay. So are you going from Arizona and then you go to Campbellsville?
Yeah. So when I leave Arizona, man, I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I got some looks. Ain't really what I wanted, but I know Campbellsville coach. He knew me since when I was in Chicago. So like, cool, let me just try this out. So I ended up going out there to visit. I was like, man, I just signed with them. Man. It was cool from the jump. Boom, boom, boom.
And you going from Arizona to Kentucky?
Yeah, bro. Like Arizona to Kentucky. So
you.
I'm everywhere with it.
Right now.
So it's like, so it was cool. So get down there, Campbellsville. That's a different environment too. It's like because we had to have like Bible class every Wednesday.
Okay. It was like a Catholic school.
Yeah, it was something like a Catholic school, but it was different for me though. Like so like I said, it was smooth, man. Like I said, came in the program, coaches gigging me up like, we want Shumpert to be the combo guard. Cause like I said, even when I was at Kennedy King, I was always a combo. But I just know how to get other players involved. So I'm a guard first, but I also know how to score. So coming in, we want Shumpert to be a combo guard. He one of our best guards. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I remember this like it was yesterday too. So I'm down there for like a couple months. Boom, we getting ready to go. We played University of Arkansas. We got popped, but I think I played good. Yeah.
That's beastie though.
Yeah, and this was like the year before Pat Bev was there.
Okay.
So it was the night before we leave to go to Alabama for a tournament. I get into it with one of the best players on the, well, I don't feel like the best player of the team, but he was like the guy from last year. You know, everybody love him. One of them type of players.
I know exactly how that is.
Man, I get into it with him. You know, I ain't really like, I be chill, real laid back, but he was like talk. And we got into a big, like, altercation. So,
some of that Milwaukee came up.
Yeah, like, man, like, exactly. So, like, I think that night, I had a meeting with my coach, dog. He was like, he was like, this is exact words. He's like, yeah, you play like you from the hood. No bullshit. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, you've been knowing me since my senior year in high school.
Yeah.
And my game ain't changing. So after that, man, it was just, so we get down to Alabama. Mind you, I started against the University of Arkansas. We get down there to Alabama. I think I ain't even start. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Like, so then I ain't start. I think I played a couple minutes. Then the next game, I ain't started play a couple minutes. I said, oh, okay, this was this going. And I just quit the team. I quit the team, man. Now I think about it, I should just rock with it. Quit the team. Till I called my mama. Like I said, she always let me like make my decisions. I like, Mom, I don't think this is right for me. She's like, well, just come home. I was like, all right. So came home, man. I came home. So I came home, and now I think about it to this day. And I was thinking about it like too, like, man, like I should have just thug it out. I should have just thug it out. But yeah, man. So I came back to the crib. So now, what, 2.5 years in college, came back to the crib. So I regroup, man. So then what I started doing, I think I started working a little bit. So then the school called me. This is one of the last schools I went to. The school called me. We, because I was doing my own. So then I was like, man, I gotta get back in school.
Yeah.
So
did you come home? You still training and hooping at the time? Or you?
Yeah. I'm always hooping. Yeah. So I'm still in like shape a little bit, this and that. So so now, I think after a month or two, so now I'm sending out my film and stuff to coaches. Boom. So this coach called back. It was some school in like. It was almost about the same. What was it called? Like Blackburn or something. It was some school. I forgot the name of it. But I go down there for like, I think after like probably like a semester just chilling at home, just putting everything together. What's my next step? What's my next move? So yeah, man. So I go down there. Boom. So I go down there. And so I'm working out, boom. So like I said, you go to these schools, ain't shit else to do but be in the gym.
Yep.
So at the time while I'm in the gym, I'm like, okay, I gotta get back in the groove of things. So I'm working out every day, boom. So me and one of the younger guys. So I think right now I'm probably about 20, 21, 22 around there. So I'm an OG now on the team.
Yep.
So I got this young cat. He's 18, 19. And we just working out every day because there wasn't shit else to do. So then kind of found out I had to, I couldn't hoop because of my transcripts or some shit like that. So I'm like, fuck, man. So then I'm like, but it was crazy. So I'm doing that. I'm training. We working out. So then I told my young guys, like, yo, like, man, I ain't trying to work out no more, man, because I'm damn near done with this shit. So so then I started working out him. So this how it all started. Like this, swear to God, this how everything starts. And I tell this story. I ain't never told this story. So like it went from me working out this young cat, and he was like super nice. So I go from working out him, then I go to working out the team. So I'm calling back at the crib, like, hey man, I think I found my niche with this, cause like, everybody's dream was to go to the NBA and this and that. So it was like, man, I think I found my niche. I'm calling my cousin, like, man, I think I'm gonna come back to the crib and train. So I'm training little dog, boom. Then, like I said, I'm started training the players on the team. So now I'm labeled as the trainer of the whole school or whatever, because I'm working out everybody. So after that, I left the school, went back to the crib. So then this one is all just kind of like started flowing, man. So yeah, I go back to the crib. This like 20. What's this 20? What year is this? 24. This was like 2010.
Okay.
One of them. So I get back home. So I'm like, all right, boom. So all right, so I'm thinking like, what's next? How I'm gonna do everything. So then I think I'm working here and there, this and that. So I think I quit my job or something. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Raymond.
Yeah.
Raymond. Yeah. Shout out Raymond, right? So like, mind you, I'm still like hooping, this and that. Like, you know, I'm known from hooping. If anything, motherfuckers know me from hooping.
Facts.
So like, you know, Ray went to South, but he went the year after me. Mm-hmm. So like, man, he was like, man, I'm trying to get ready for this. I'm trying to do this and that. I was like, all right, man, let's just lock in in the gym. Mm-hmm. So, man, I'm started training Ray, like, getting him ready for the NBA and shit. Yeah. So we in the gym like every day, dog, like every day straight. So he getting better. I'm still hooping myself, but I'm noticing like this nigga is cold. Yeah, like I don't call too many people nice. Like this nigga is cold. Like, cause like we working on stuff now, he's just getting better. And like I said, I'm still hooping myself. So it's like damn, like I ain't know he like this.
Yeah.
So now it goes from like working out, everybody else started noticing. And like I said, like when I hoop. Yeah. I'm going to the top gyms where all the hoopers at. So now Ray going to the gym, he's the best player in the gym. Mm-hmm. Now, if me and you don't know nobody in the gym, we walk in this observing, you will say he the best player every time. So
and I think it's crazy. I seen Raymond growth like that.
Man,
like
so it's like
he was always good, but like you said, he went to another level. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't just saying it just because I'm trying. Like I hoop.
Yeah, I
hoop. So I know like the difference. It was just hard to stop him. Like you couldn't do nothing with him. Like he had this, he had that. So I'm like, damn. Like, and everybody else started noticing. Like I said, we were still having, like when I came back, we was having open gyms with like pros, like top, not these, like back then these runs was like all the top players in the city. Mm-hmm. They all here on 84th Street. Shout out Chris T. Mm-hmm. He had them runs, and Ray, he was the best every session.
Damn.
So that happened, like, so motherfuckers like, damn, like you working out with Sean, boom, boom, boom. So then, you know, he goes overseas, he get this big contract, shit like that. So now I'm like, damn, like, all right, cool. So now like, I got some now. So now everybody else started hitting me, started rolling. So I started with social media. I started having 2 pages, and I started taking pictures. I started posting everything. So now it went from, now I'm charging a little bit, making a little extra money for the training. But now everybody hit me on. Like I said, this is like 2012, 2013 now. Yeah. So everybody hit me. So now I'm like, okay, boom. So I'm just keep going. So now, so everybody know me. Okay, T training now. He training. So I'm just running with that now. I'm running with it. So now I'm labeled as a trainer. And like I said, back then, bro, ain't nobody training like that. Nobody. So because everybody still had kind of like hoop dreams and thinking they was go to the league. And I get it. So now everybody coming to me like, man, we want to, could you help me do this, help me do that. So now I'm labeled as the trainer. Yeah. I'm labeled as Shumpert the trainer now. So now I'm just kind of like studying like, okay, you got to have two social medias. I can't mix my personal business with my business. So now I got my regular page and my business page. So now I can't do this, I can't do that. Now I'm posting pictures. Now I'm taking pictures. If you look at my Instagram, I got pictures from 2012, 2013. So now I was like, okay. And I keep growing. So yeah, that was that. Yeah.
Hey, you most definitely was the first person I've seen, like, you know what I'm saying, promoting training and even talking about training. And like you said too, with everybody around the same age, a lot of people still got
like everybody, everybody was still like having
But that's beastly that you picked up that niche ASAP and you knew that you was good with that.
Like ASAP, because like I said, I used to call my guys back at the crib like, man, I'm gonna come back home and train, like boom, boom. So then when I started working out with Ray, it's like, oh shit, like I got something going now. I got something going. So now I was kept running with that. kept building. And I got story for days. But yeah, so I started now. Okay, everybody know me for training. So now I'm working with everybody now, kids, pros, high school. So now, like I said, everybody coming to me now, like, cause you the trainer now. So, yep. So I was just rolling with that.
All right. With you training youth and stuff, what's your opinion on just the importance of, like, you know, youth sports? You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into like the parent side, but you know, just going into youth sports, period. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like the importance is?
Man,
just growing up.
It teach you a lot. It's like working on your social skills, your teamwork skills, everything. You work on your building confidence. So you need it. It keep you healthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely needed.
So in youth sports, dealing with the parent side, because you're a parent yourself. What's some of the positives and negatives that you see, you know what I'm saying, with parents putting their kids into these sports? Is their expectations sometimes too high?
Some parents want it more than the players. Yeah, and I see that a lot, man. I see that a lot. Some parents just want it more than their kid, and it don't work like that. It don't work like that, but now, like, parents is definitely investing more though, so that's like a positive thing. Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah, cause like I said, we at now when I think this like 2015 now. Okay, boom, 2020, like 2015, 2016. Yeah, so like now it's kind of like, all right, boom. And now I'm just really just like grooving with it now. I'm being consistent. I'm getting players better. And now everybody starts to notice. Like, so I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to training. But like, I had 3 major like big like successful stories, and one of them was Raymond's story. Cause I just felt like he was the best player in the city by far, and yeah, he was the best player, and now, you know, don't get me wrong, Ray cold, but I felt like I just helped him take his game to the next level. And for me to like witness that with my own eyes, like I said, I'm a hooper and I know the difference. Yeah, that was like, man, I felt like proud. But so it was 3 of them. That was one, and then I had a kid. His name was Anthony Jones. It was my little guy. So his mom's. It was just around that time, right after kind of like Ray. Yeah, so his mom, he was a sophomore. This is a crazy story. He was a sophomore. He went to Destiny, right? Was playing JV. Man, his mama, he's like, mama, yeah, I'm trying to get him better. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, bet. So he went from a shy kid, from not talking at all, until he got he got in the paper. He was one of the top leading scorers in the state. He got girls now. His swag, it was like, dog. I'm like, man, this all off basketball. This is all basketball. So like, when people was like, yo, like, is you just training to get to league or whatever? Like, no, you probably just use this like build your confidence. Like when I tell you, bro, this boy never talked. He never talked about girls or nothing like that. So from 2 years, he went from a JV player to one of the top players in the state. And like, I by far, like, I was like proud of that. Like, he was in the newspaper and everything. Like, he shouted me out in this article. Like, my trainer had me, I used to have him at the lake 5 in the morning. We'd work out 2 or 3 times out the week. I mean, a day, 2 or 3 times out the day. I had him working out with all the pros I was working with, and just to see his success like that in 2 years, like, and didn't nobody know about him, like nobody, man. I was just like proud of that, dog. Like, that shit had me like lit, like, man, like. But for him, it was like his confidence though, like. This boy never talked. Like, so he went from that to sophomore to his senior. He got girls, he feeling himself. All because he got good at a sport. And that's why I be telling parents, like, you know, sometimes he probably just needs a little boost of confidence just to get him through school, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he don't gotta be like, just because he's trying to get to the NBA, like, no, it might help him get a scholarship. So he ended up going to school for free and everything, man. So it was 3 of them. That was the second one. And then the third one is when I got in the newspaper.
When I got in the newspaper. That too, Tell us about that.
this was crazy too, man. I got stories for days. So so I remember, so this was like 2019. This is like right before the pandemic too.
Yeah.
So, so right now, so 2019, I'm like, everybody know about me. People still like doubt me, this and that, but like my name is out there as a like legit trainer. I didn't train with the pros, all that, this and I did camp, boom, boom, boom. So it's like, so I will never forget this day either. I'm at my mom's house chilling on the 4th of July. Chilling. So back then, I'm getting nothing but like emails about, hey, can you work on my kid? This and that, like cool. So I ain't really responding to everybody. Yeah. Cause I'm getting like everybody blowing me up. Cause I'm labeled as one of the top trainers. Yeah. This is before, like, this was like in 18, 19. And like nobody else is really training right now. So I'm like the top guy right now. So I'm at my mom's crib. I'm like, I'm gonna get this email. Like who is this? So he like, oh, you know, I see what you're doing, this and that. So I'm like, I ignore it. Yeah. No. Let me get that back. This is like a couple days before the 4th. So I seen it. I ignore it though. Yeah. Like I don't know, somebody just because I get plenty of emails. Yeah. So on the 4th, he emailed me again. Like, you know, I see what you're doing, boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, all right, let me just, you know, take the call, boom. So I get on the phone, like, man, I know what you're doing, boom. I just want to come in and talk to you, you know, get your story, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right. I said, man, pull up at South on Monday. Yeah. I said, pull up, because it was like a Friday or Saturday. I said, man, pull up on South on Monday. And, you know, I'll show you, because at that time, I had all, like, everybody in the gym. Like I said, like I had Corey, Bree, DG, Dwight, Big Mitch, Anthony. It was like a lot of them. We all was just working out. A lot
of the top players in the state.
Yeah, so Monday comes, right? So Monday comes, he come in the gym with like 6 people, like reporters and everything. I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, okay, this is legit. Yeah. So he interviewing everybody, boom, boom, boom. Like, yeah, man, I like your story, like what you doing. I've been following, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, cool. So he said, I'm gonna write it up. I'm gonna put it in the paper. So all right, cool. So I'm thinking he just writing some shit up and like he ain't really that serious. So that's my mindset now. So like, cool. So this was like on a Monday. He texted me like a Wednesday. He was like, man, it'd be in the paper tomorrow morning. I'm like, all right, cool. Man, I get up the Thursday morning. He sent me the link. He said, pro trainer Thomas Shumpert. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like this real. Man, my phone started blowing up. Like who is this guy? Like this and this and that. Like top trainer. This is like in the sports paper, bro. Like, mind you, I'm like, damn, like I've been in the paper before for high school, but not like top section of sports. It's like cool. So then
funny, I know I seen you before that, but I know that stamped you. I remember that article and everything.
Yeah, so like it's crazy. So I'm like, oh shit, like dog, I'm in the paper. So I'm telling everybody, boom, boom, boom. I posted on Facebook, man, my phone going crazy. So he was like Saturday, you can go pick it up from the stores. I bet. Man, I gotta pick it up from the store Saturday morning. My shit on the front page of the sports, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit, like that shit on front page, bro. Man, my phone was blowing up. Like, who is this guy? This and this and that. Like, people thought it was fake, bro. I'm like, I'm picking up newspapers from Walgreens. I bought like 20 of them. Yeah. Dog, that was on the front page. Like, they said top trainer Thomas Shumpert. Like, it was my picture and Bree on there. So I'm like, shit. So after that, man, that's when it really like stamped. Like people like, okay, he's serious now. I was serious before, but that just took it to a whole nother level, dog. Like, Yeah, man. I was like, man, that was crazy. And then what was crazy, I wasn't going to respond to it.
Yeah.
So
it could have been a missed opportunity.
Man, but when I seen it, when I seen it in the papers, I was like, bro, ain't it? And at that time, it had never happened.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that either.
Never happened. Somebody from the trenches, you're in the front page, bro. Like, not the back of the page. And look, no, this was like a whole section and a half. Another one like in the back of like page like 7. It was like a big old article.
Yeah.
So I was lit, dog. I was lit.
Yeah.
Man, my phone was blocking emails. Like, who is this guy? And people was hitting me like, we want to do this together. We want to do this together. Like, man, I was super proud of myself, man. So that was.
And that's a blessing all coming together, especially with your story, you know what I'm saying? Like the ups and downs that you face with basketball. So,
man.
And to be able to, showcase your skills in a whole different area, you really just got to do your stuff on the court and as a player, but like you put your name out there on a whole different realm with the same thing. So,
and that took my clientele to a different level now. So now, I'm getting everybody from this area, everybody hitting me like, I want you to train my kid, this and that. I'm like, man, so that really like stamped me. So
that's good. So you feel like from that on, that like gave you your workflow now and do a kid.
So like that was like 19. Boom. So I'm really just like, all right, cool. Like, is this and that? COVID hit. COVID hit. Boom. I'm like, shit. COVID hit, man. I had to shut down everything for like a month and a half. Shut down everything. But everything was shut down.
Everything was shut down. But that is the time though.
But during the time, man, like for one, like I was so busy. During that time too, I had my son. So, cause when you hot like that, you gotta like keep shit moving. So it's like I was like missing little times with my son because I had to keep it moving. Like especially when you're an entrepreneur, when you got a buzz like that, you gotta keep it going. You can't kind of like slow down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So COVID hit, boom. So it was a good and bad thing because I got to spend a lot more time with my son. Like every day, all day. I was with my son. But then I'm started like now, okay, all right, so how can I do this better? I'm really sitting back and like thinking and studying like, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I do that? It's like, cool, boom. It hit me like, all right, I'm going to do this different. I'm going to do this different. I'm going to do this different. So now, during the COVID, I started coming out with videos. Mind you, nobody was doing videos back then. The only person who was doing videos, it was Midwest Ballers, but he was doing like highlights.
Yeah, okay, yep.
He was doing highlights, but nobody else. So I hired a cameraman. When I tell you, I started making, I'm bringing out videos like twice a week. People like, damn, why you do this and that? So now, during the pandemic. So like now, like, oh, okay, like he for real. I'm shooting videos downtown. I'm doing this. I'm in Chicago at pro camps. I'm recording everything. So now people really seeing me doing this now. So at first they're like, oh, okay, he ain't really. But now I'm getting you actual footage of me really doing this. Yeah. So now it's like, oh shit, like oh he for real. Yeah. And then man, I made the most money I ever made is during the pandemic. From training, bro. I ain't gonna say numbers, but that's the most money I ever made during the pandemic. Yeah. No, I hear that a lot too. The pandemic was a give money time. The pandemic, for real. Yeah. So, like I said, man, it was just like around 2019, man. So now, like I said, that time for me just sitting back and just observing other people do this and that. I'm like really like studying my craft because I don't got shit else to do. Yeah. So because I'm so used to just on the go a lot. And so like now it's like, all right, I really sit back and it's like observing other people. And then it's just like, I can do this better, And then it's just, I started putting the videos out. And people was like, dog, like you doing this and doing that. And nobody at the time was doing that. Nobody. Cause
Yeah, you most definitely one of the first people I seen for sure do it.
Yeah.
And it's good. Like, I'm glad that you stuck with that. And I know, like, you know what I'm saying, you caught it just out the grind. But the first thing I seen with you was training. And then I had to go back to your basketball background, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that we got your story, because I didn't know that story. And if you ain't never get into training, we never wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we caught all that.
And like I said, I always had a niche of working with kids too. Because I was a mentor for like some years. So I just know how to deal with them too. But yeah, on the training tip, man, it was just, that's how that went down.
So with the training side, did that give you, did that encourage you to go into coaching?
So, so during that time, I'm training, boom. So now everybody want me to be a part of their program now. Like, okay, you know, Shump, can you coach this team? Or Shump, can you do this and this and that? So, during that time, when I came back from home for good, I went back to South Division to be assistant. Okay. So before I became the head, I was assistant for about 7-8 years. So because my coach, he was still the coach at the time.
Oh, that's out.
So now, I'm doing the training. Plus, I'm learning from one of the best coaches in the state, bro. Like, one of the best coaches. So it's like.
And how was that experience, you coaching with somebody that you played for? Because like I love for something like that. I love for something like coaching.
Everything is kind of it just happened, bro. Like I said, like my high school coach, he's a real good dude. Like he a real good dude. So I was just learning from him. I was learning from him how you do this, how you do that, and and so like I said, so when I came back from school, I was just doing that too. So I was just doing on the side. So now but when I got my name for the training, so everybody wanted me to coach, you know, help do this. So I was doing that. So now I'm like, all right, cool. So now I went from training to like the coaching. So like I said, this around like after, or kind of like when the pandemic was kind of dying down. So now it's kind of like, all right, I'm taking more responsibilities when it comes to the coaching. So like when it comes to coaching, to this day I'm still learning this and that. But on the training, I'm that guy. But on the coaching tip, I'm still like, So it was great. It was just me like learning. So
What's so all right, training wise and coaching, since you both, what's the biggest difference to you, and what's like the challenges between the two for you?
Like man, like with the coaching, man, you can't you can't teach effort.
Okay.
And like most kids, they don't have like the effort part. And that's why I be like, that'd be the thing. Like, man, you gotta work hard, you gotta do this, you gotta do. And some players just don't have it. They
just don't got that motor.
Yeah, they don't. So that's one of the biggest ones. But So.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Okay. I love training.
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, I like coaching too, but I'm really starting to like coaching though. Like really.
Training wise, do you of course you like training with the youth, you know what I'm saying? But that's still like early skills and you're trying to develop them. Do you like training with pros and getting them ready? So what's your favorite level of training?
So I'm at different levels. Like I said, I've always been I can train beginners, high school, college, pro. So it's like I got a niche for everything, but I like with the pros, it's like, because they get right to it. It's like, boom, we don't got to be in the gym for hours, we got to be in the gym good 45, 50 minutes. We get right to it. Ain't no bullshit around. I ain't got to tell you, got to push yourself, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a job to them. So they know they got to put some work in. With the kids and, you know, like with the little kids, you kind of like, come on, you got to push them to this and that. That'd be like the difference though. It's a part of it.
It's part of it for sure. Yeah.
But I like just training players who like want it. Like, and I don't got to like force them or kind of like, come on, man, pick it up. Like, that'd be the hardest part.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, was this year or when did you start being a head coach at South?
So this what's this 24? I want to say 2021. This is my third season.
It's your third season, okay.
Yeah, so I go from being the assistant. So So mind you, I took over after my high school coach. So it was like, at first I'm like, do I want to do this? But it was like, shit, it looked good on my resume too.
Yeah.
So you're a trainer and you were like a high school coach. So I said, boom, all right, and it's my school.
Yeah.
It's my old high school. So like, all right, cool. So now I'm the head coach. So now I'm a trainer and I'm a head coach.
You got a lot on your plate.
I got a lot. So mind you, during this time, like I'm a trainer before anything. And so like now, 2019, like I'm damn near full time with it. Like full time. So now I'm doing weekly group workouts, personal one-on-one workouts, and coaching. All this in one. Like I'm doing all this. So it's like, it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot. But it was a grind for sure. But I enjoyed like our first year coaching. Whew, we took some beatings, man. I think I went 3-18. So yeah.
Okay. Well, give us a breakdown of the season this year. You got Coach of the Year for the white division. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So.
Just give us a little breakdown how your season went.
So I had probably about three or four players who started with me when I first started. But it's like this year, man, I just kind of like, and like I said on the coaching tip, I learned from different. Yeah. Like I like to be around like a lot of like coaches, like just to learn from this and that. But this year alone, man, just like I said, I always been around my old high school coach, but I was around like G. O'Reilly and Boo Williams a lot, and like I said, I just go up there, man, just watch they practice and watch how they do this and watch how they do that. And I just took that to my squad.
Yep.
And I just used that for the whole season, man. And like I said, like I switched up my whole system just because of what I learned from them in the off season. So when I figured that out as a coach, I was like, okay, I got something now. So then, man, we started out the season like. We started a little shaky, I think, and we found our niche. We found then boom, we rolling. So, and mind you, right, my players, they don't hoop. Yeah. Like, these is not your average like athletes. Like they do not hoop. Besides like my best player, and but he not like one of like he ain't no hooper. He he hoop, but he ain't like a hooper. So it's like, but man, so that was like a struggle too. Like getting these type of players. Yeah. Like talent wise, by far we was probably like, it was seven teams in our division. Talent wise, we probably was like the 5th or 6th best. Yeah. Talent wise, so it's like out of 17. So I'm like, man. But getting these players to just compete and like play hard, man. I think that's why I got them. Yeah, I got them. Like then I had them playing the right way. So it's like when they figured that out, and I gave them confidence. Yeah, I gave them confidence, bro. That's if one thing I can do, I can give you confidence. Yeah, because like I've been through it. I made them feel like, hey. Man, play your game. Like I ain't one of them type of coaches like do this, do that. Like nah, it's structure, but I'm gonna let you play. Facts. I'm gonna let you play a little bit, but you gonna play the right way, and you gonna play hard, and you gonna play defense. Yeah, that's my rules. Like I'm gonna let you kind of do you, but you gotta play hard and you gotta play defense. Yeah, if you don't, you won't play. But I gave my players, especially this year, I gave my confidence, man. Like. It was like to see them type of like, man, like I get emotional thinking that shit because like they don't hoop. Yeah. They do not hoop, bro. When I tell you they do not, they probably somewhere right now like they ain't watching no March Madness this and that, but like from November to March I had them locked in. And then we dealing with all type of bullshit the whole season. One of my players. His brother got killed before the season. One of my players, one of my real life shit. One of my players, his parents just left him, moved out of town, left him. One of my players, mama, daddy not around. Like these the type of shit. one of my players, mama deaf, like, so, you know what I'm saying? So, like, these are the type of...
You gotta be bigger than a basketball coach.
Exactly. So, it's like, but then to get them to, like, compete at a high level, how he was playing, man, so like I said, so we rolling, so now I'm like, damn, like, all right, cool, we got something. So then we beating teams, boom, we beating teams that we losing to last year. And like they just like as a group, they're a good group too though.
Yeah.
They ain't no bad kids. They kind of like they like together.
Yeah.
They together. So that's the one good thing about them. Like they hang out. They do this and do that. They like a unit. So it's like.
And that's one thing I say, like, just with the parents that they should be pushing. Number one, if they want to get kids in any kind of sport, it's building that friendship and unity. You know what I'm saying? Because. You know, the pros, even not even overseas. The NBA, that's one thing. But even going overseas is not a promise to nobody. It take a lot of dedication. But, you know what I'm saying, building that friendship. I got friends to this day through hooping. You know what I'm saying? I connected through you because I do hoopers and stuff like that. So, yeah, that goes a long way.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, cool. So the season rolling. I'm like, damn, we might got something. So we beating teams that we normally like ain't beating.
Yeah.
So we kind of like popping them too. Like, so I'm like, oh shit. So like everybody now like, okay, cool. So like I said before, like, is in the city conference is three different divisions now.
Yeah.
So like I said, like, but in our division, we not talent wise. We ain't the best
at all.
We ain't the top 5. I don't feel like, but I just have my guys like playing hard and playing together because I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
Like I'm a hooper, so it's like, bro, like I'm gonna teach you how to do this, how to do that because I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm still hooping 3 or 4 times out the week because I just enjoy hooping.
Yeah.
So and then they was just like, man, so they was just locked in.
Yeah.
So like I said, we beating teams. So like, man, so. We go on a 12-game winning streak. So now we go on a 12-game streak. We won a little city conference, little championship thing. Like, man, so this season was a good season, man.
Do coaching, do that get close to scratching your competitive itch when you was hooping? Or is it two different sides to really compare from?
Yeah, 2 different sides because of the type of players I got. But this year, like I knew what type of players I had after a while. So like, okay, I can get these type of players just to play hard. As long as you playing hard, I feel you. I'm cool with that. Yeah. But you gotta play hard though. You gotta play hard. So
you don't want it to be a waste of time.
Exactly. Then I don't feel like don't waste my time. So like I said, So then we go and win the City Little Tournament Championship. So last year we had a chance to play for the championship, but we got kicked out the tournament for fighting.
Oh damn!
So it's like damn, because we had a good chance. We probably won, probably couldn't, but we played in the championship game last year. But so this year it was a little more personal. So we won the shot. I took the video, made the video out of it. Like, man, that was like, so did you see that video?
I didn't. I gotta catch that.
Yeah, it was like, because I had a cameraman, he shot everything, and he caught everything on film. So it was like, it was a championship.
Some of the highlights and stuff?
Yeah, it was a championship game. I got it. It was
long season, long regular season. Let's come out.
Well, I can send it to you. You could probably.
We good. We're gonna get some of this on here too. That's decent.
Enjoy, learn fire. Enjoy.
Take advantage
of the opportunity. Play every game. Fellas, it's our time right now.
Yeah, that's some shit. I like that.
Yeah. It was like a feeling, bro. Like, cause like I said, they don't hoop, bro.
That's a bigger compliment.
When I be telling people this, like, bro, like they not hoopers. Yeah. So to get 10 players like to really lock in like that, and then this was a big stage right here. Like they ain't used to this probably one of the most games, our practice game for the whole season. Yeah, there was a lot of people there. So dog, to get them to lock in like that and to win it in front of everybody like that, dog, that was like, and I got super emotional at the end of it, dog, because like, man, it was just a feeling, bro. Like I felt that way when my son was born, but I ain't felt that way in a while. It was like a feeling ran through my body when we won that, dog. Just to see them type of players win, like, because they always be known as winners now.
Yeah, yep.
You know, at South, they can put the banner up, this and that, so they can always go back to, hey, man, we won this, we won that. Because my name already around the school on banners and shit, but, like, they got something to really go look at when they 20, 30, 40 years old, like, man, we won this, we won that. So that was like, dog, that was, like, super lit, man. That was, like, probably one of my best moments.
Yeah.
Just in general, dog. Because them the type of players I had, like, they don't hoop. Like, they not playing AAU right now. They somewhere chilling.
And that's different coming from non-hoopers.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Almost
like,
unheard of. So that's a big accomplishment.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for then, you know, we played Tech in the first round of playoffs the next game. Man, we up 14. We end up losing, but we'll be ready.
Yeah. Do you got most of that group coming back?
Yeah. So another thing. So I had the number 2 scorer in the state. Grace Bent. He averaged 35 and 2. Oh, and that's a whole different like story. Yeah. Like, bro, like he ain't a hooper. So like he had a rough childhood. So just to see him in this type of environment now, for him being one of the top scorers in the state, for him winning, him doing this and him doing that, like, bro, like.
And how was he starting off, like, when you first seen him?
So last year he played for me. He averaged like 27, 28. And mind you, like, and like he ain't no hooper. Like he a kid from the trenches. He just I'm getting him an opportunity. He just took advantage of it. And like I said, like, bro, they playing the right way.
Yeah.
We ain't out there just bullshitting around like, no, I don't get down like that. We playing the right way. Like, you go shoot. If you a scorer, I'm gonna let you score, but you gotta play some defense, you gotta play hard, you gotta do this, do that, be a good teammate. So
yeah, bet. Okay, I like that, man.
So
real.
So man, the coaching here, we had a real good season this year, man. I was proud of them, man. I was proud of myself too. So, cause like I said, in the season, I be dealing with so much. I do this, I do that. So,
did that motivate you to continue on coaching?
Yeah, like, and if it wasn't for South Division, I won't be coaching nowhere else. So
okay,
it's like, cause like even growing up, I always felt like I was underdog. Yeah. Even I had like I had confidence, but I always felt like I was underdog though. So now. Like winning this, having a good season is kind of just motivating me. Like keep it going. So keep it going, man. And then like I said, I'm doing all this. So now, currently right now I'm working probably like 600 kids, bro. Like so, I'm doing coaching, I'm doing leagues, I'm doing training, I'm doing group training, I'm doing all this while I'm a head coach at a high school. Yeah, and I'm dealing with kids, I'm dealing with all type of shit, dog. So it's like, you gotta have some type of motor to do this. So.
Thanks, man. Hey, well, you getting in, you really grinding, man.
Yeah.
Sean's workouts, no bullshit.
Yeah.
So, all right, the season coming down, and like the school year starting to be over, what you got planned for the summer with the workouts? You got big events going on? So, like, currently,
I do weekly group workouts at all levels. I do personal one-on-one workouts at all levels. I actually got a beginner's league for ages 6 to like 8 to 10. As long as you want like at the skill level beginner.
Okay. Yeah.
What else I got going on? I got a little kids academy coming up. So like I said, my son, he just turned 5, right? So he like, Daddy, I want to hoop now. So now I'm about to get him rolling. But like I said that, he the only child too. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna create this academy. So I just want all y'all grow up together. So now, start at 4 or 5. When y'all about 10, now I can start a team with that. So that's how I look at it. So that's starting April. I got my youth league, my 3rd season of my youth league going on. That's starting next week Sunday. Like group workouts is every month. I got one-on-one stuff, so it's like I'm doing a lot, bro.
Bet. Quick, do you want to give any advice to kids, out here balling, doing that thing? I know everybody want to make it to that next level, but just putting out there, like using that tool for basketball to get you a full scholarship. And I like, you know what I'm saying? Just with that, giving you opportunities. So like,
man, this you like you said,
like, you can really use that. I know this is parents too. Like I know I don't want us to. We can use basketball a golden ticket for people. And it's not always the pros, but you know, using your mind and stuff and getting that full scholarship. I feel like that's everything.
Man,
so
like like I said, I'm on year 14, 15 training. I met some amazing people, bro. Like from millionaires to like all different levels. It's like it's about networking too. Like so, yeah, your goal might be you want to make it a pro, but you know you might meet somebody who own a construction. He give you a good pension or something. Get you a salary, stuff like that. It's about networking, and just use basketball as a tool to get you to the next level. That's exactly what I did, bro. Like it's like, and it can happen. I'm from the inner city. Just like, you know, most of the kids in the city. I came for the projects. Like growing up, man, I ain't had the best of, you know, childhood. Like when my younger age, like I was in the shelter. We was doing this, we was doing that. So like it can happen, bro. And I'm real like living that life. And I'm an entrepreneur, like too. So it's like they can happen, but you gotta just stay consistent. Stay consistent, man. Stay humble. Don't build no bad habits. Like be respectful. Cause it's somebody always watching you, bro. It's somebody always watching you. So just watch how you treat people too. I tell players all the time, like you never know who you might need one day.
Facts. That's a fact.
You never know who you might need. So treat people good, bro. Like have some respect. So cause like you can meet so many people from just basketball. You can. And like, you want to use basketball, you might can get a scholarship. You can go pro or whatever, but use it to your advantage, man. And just stay consistent. But you gotta work though. You got like nowadays, like probably when me and you was growing up, we can go hoop, this and that, but like you gotta like actually like work on your game. Like you gotta work on your game. You gotta find somebody who kind of like, you know, can you actually like trust to help you go to the next level. But you going to just hoop, them days is over with. You gotta spend like a couple times out the week working on your game.
That's real. Right? And I feel you on that. Growing up, I probably wasn't lifting like that.
Hooping,
I thought I was good, hooping 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? My hands black coming from the black top.
I wasn't working out, man. Like I said, my biggest, and another thing too, like I was always, I felt like I was good, but like I felt like I was lazy too. I feel like even like in college, like I was one of the guys that not staying after for put up extra shots. I'd rather go do this or do that instead of being in the gym. But I learned that from training other players, and as I got older, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have did this different. I wish I would have did that. So now that's why it's like, okay, when I talk to these parents and I talk to these players, like, you got to do it this way. Because I've been through everything when it comes to basketball. I'd have been around people signing $1 million contracts. I'd have been around people who live in fucking everything you imagine. I've been around. So it's like, I know how everything's going. So just, you got to be locked in, man. You got to be locked in. So that's another thing too. I wish when I was in college, even I say college, I wish I would have just worked on my game a little bit more. And I learned that from working out other people, because to this day, I feel like I got better when I started working out other people. As I'm, older now, but I just wish I knew what I know now. I would have knew when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, like that's my advice, man.
All right, so just a couple questions real quick before I let you get out of here. You see how the city popping now a little bit more. I know we got the internet and stuff like that, but we got players coming out of Wisconsin going to Duke and Kansas, Kentucky. What do you feel like? Do you feel like the difference was just exposure from like a little bit our era to now, or?
Definitely exposure.
Yeah, because I feel like we sort of had the same time. I could be wrong, you feel me? But like, we wasn't nowhere near seeing no Duke. But I feel like we had the same kind of talent that I see talent now. They going to these top schools and first round picks.
I think exposure. I think just everything is kind of like right there now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like, but it's definitely the exposure though. It's definitely, but like the talent, because growing up, man, talent was my era was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, my era was crazy. I feel like we had the best talent though.
Yeah.
It's talent kids now, but then like so, I feel like if you super talented now, you stand out a little bit more though too.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you're the one putting in extra work doing this and that, you might stand out a little bit more now. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, most definitely. I wanted your opinion on that. Yeah. I feel like just back then, like the time I used to see, we had great talent, like you said, but it's on a whole different level now. I don't feel like the talent really just shot up, but you know what I'm saying? Just seeing players now from here going in the first round of the draft, that was unheard of back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And then everything is like right there now. People can actually get drafted. You know, back then it's like, man, you had to be like
it was
Jordan to get drafted. So now it's like,
yeah, that's a fact. All right, too. I want to get your opinion. What's your top 5 hoopers in the city?
Now?
Yeah, or no, just all time. You can from now to back then when you hoop. Give me your top 5 favorite.
Probably Latrell Flemings.
Okay.
You probably never heard.
No, I don't know. Where are you from?
He from Parkline, like Cole.
Okay.
He had to stop hooping because he had a heart problem. He got signed with he signed to Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
He was from Parkline though. Yeah, he was from Parkline though, like 6'4" guard. Like I remember I told you when I used to go to Parkline just watch people hoop. I used to sit and watch him hoop. Dirty Dave.
Dirty Dave
from Washington.
Okay.
These like older guys.
It's your list.
Yeah, so Dupree, I said Dupree probably one of the
most definitely Dupree.
One of the coldest. And probably Dwight Bikes, my guy. And Corey Lucius.
Corey Lucius.
Yeah, that's my top 5. It's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them. Yeah. Ain't nobody excluded like that. This is your list.
I had to really like sit down and like think about it, but I think. Cause we had talent in Milwaukee, yo.
It was a lot of talent.
It was a lot of talent.
That's a great list.
Like Mike Taylor, we had Mike Taylor, Ricky Franklin. Like, man, it was a lot.
Yeah. And this ain't the best. I'm just saying your favorite. You know what I'm saying? You can do yourself in there if you want to.
Yeah, but I was alright. I was alright. But like I said, I chose a different. I feel like I chose a different path from a lot of people. I did my own thing.
Yeah.
And I was always like that. I never followed the crowd. So I'm thinking like me picking, like I said before, man, me picking South Division, like that was like my best decision ever. I feel like it's just like, cause I needed that freshman year to get through everything. Like to feel like really like sitting like, oh, okay, I gotta do this better, I gotta do that better. And I just ran with that. Yeah. So.
I mean, hey, but it showed now too, because you know, even when you made it to college, a lot of people want to find another way to get back into the hoop lane, and you found your own lane within the hoop lane.
Yeah, so, exactly. So even with the training, like I said, man, like when I started, bro, ain't nobody want training.
Yeah, no.
And now to see everybody doing it, I'm kind of glad I started when I did it. Like, and then like, man, to be honest, I want to say probably like 95% of the trainers in the city, they all kind of come to me for advice, and I'm always like with them, getting my advice on certain things. So, I started all that.
Most definitely,
I started all that.
Too, as a trainer, all right. So, like, what do you feel? Just as far as training wise, is there any trainers out here that sort of pushing not like a negative or not a negative message, but just putting young players down maybe a path that's not really fit for their game, maybe?
Oh, no.
Do you feel like it's like that? Because there's a lot of trainers, a lot of specialists right now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just, I feel like you just got to find somebody, as a parent, you got to find somebody who you feel like you feel like he can get better. He work good with your kid.
Okay.
Like, I might don't work good with this person. It happens. Yeah. So just find somebody who work good with your kid. Don't worry about what they did with this person, that person. So, cause it's a lot now. It's everybody training, bro. Everybody think they're a trainer.
Like, it's serious out here, but like it's that way right now.
But you gotta like, what's your resume? Like, see, how I judge people with trainers, like, what's your successful rate? Like when it comes to like who you work with, like just your success stories. I told you that them 3 stories. I got multiple stories like that. That's in my top 3.
Yeah.
So it's like what is your your stories like when it comes to your training, like your results? Let me see your results. Like that's how I look at it. Like let me see your results. If you just out here just training this way, like nah, I want to see some results. So, and I got when somebody reach out to me, I got a whole list. Like I work this way, that, like so, because I've been doing it for so long now. Yeah. So that's all. Like so, I just my advice as a for parents, just make sure you picking the right trainer for your child, like not nobody else for your child. So
facts.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. I love that you came through. I most definitely want to get you in again. We're gonna be having a lot of like basketball topics over here on JBTV and just life topics. So I would love to have you. It was a great sit down today. Before you leave, any shout outs? Any you want to let the people know where they need to contact you? Want to get with you with training?
It was some you said shout outs? Yeah,
shout outs. Anybody you want to shout out?
Probably my mom's, man. Yeah, she just always been like, my biggest support. So she helped me out a lot. So yeah, probably my mom's. It's some of everybody, man. I don't want to, but it's my mom's though. Like, like I said before, I'm a mama's boy. So like, she helped me out a lot, even with like my son too. And like I said, like my son getting bigger, man. He about to be hooping soon. Like I said, that's about it. And it was something else. I was like my dream job, man. So whoever watch this, my dream job is to work with pros. Like I work with pros. But I'm talking about like pros all day, every day. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do. But I'm at the time in my life, I just want to just lock in with pros, like, because I just feel like I'm on that type of time right now.
Well, most definitely, we're in full support for that. And I know for a fact that's going to happen.
Yeah. That's what I said. But like I said, you can reach me at Shump Workouts, IG. You can reach me on my Facebook, Thomas Shumpert. My email, shumpertouts@gmail.com. Yeah, man. If you want to get your kid better, just reach out. That's all. Man,
reach out to him, man. Invest in the city, man. I'm glad you came shot down with me.
Johnny
BTV, man.
Appreciate you,
Got Shump in the building.
Love
y'all.
Love.